Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we're gonna discuss first thing is that what is volatile keyword, which we already discussed, but we'll discuss in detail. By the way, today's topic is watchdog, which we are gonna discuss in detail. That why we need watchdog timer and why any controller will support it, something like this. Okay. So before I begin about volatile keyword, so guys, you know, right? So when you have any compiler, right? We have compiler like GCC, which is GNU C compiler. Okay. If you go and see about the help menu of it, so GCC you can go and search, where you can go and read about the help menu. Okay, or you can go and visit your man page of GCC. Here you must have got lot of options. Which options we already discussed, like for example, minus O, minus capital E, minus capital S, and minus C, right? All these options have different understanding about the about your code. So when I say O is going to give me what will be my output file. Okay. Similarly, minus E is for pre-processing, right? Pre-processing, and this is for your compilation. Okay, and this is for your assembly. Okay. Now these are the options which is going to differentiate, convert your code into particular format. Okay. Now for example, suppose I want to put some optimization in your code. What I used to do, minus O1, minus O2, minus O3, and so on. So this is nothing but for optimization of your code. Okay. Now optimization can be done in two ways. One is your space, and second is your space complexity and time complexity. So time is nothing but execution is speed, right? Okay, execution is speed, how much time it is taking for that, and space is how reduce your executable become, right? Executable size. This is your space. Now, when I talk about this, right, there are few problems. Okay, what are the problems? When I was asking you that when you are talking about space complexity or time complexity, how you are going to do that? Okay, so let's take one example, one piece of code wherein this phenomena is going to work, right? For example, you have written a code, okay, and you're having this variable called int x, okay, and that is one variable, okay, and it is being used in one function called function, okay, where you keep on reading while x is not become 1. This is a random thought, right? You keep on checking, can happen. Now suppose this x is somewhere, okay, so if I draw it in hardware, this is your CPU, this is your CPU register, right? Now this is your RAM, and this is your secondary memory, right? Secondary memory. Here it is x. Yes. Now suppose x is here, right? Now every time when CPU will execute this instruction, it has to fetch the x from this memory. And I tell you one principle: the farthest the memory, the slowest to get it. Understood? So every time it has to take this x value and it has to read it here. Yes, no? Correct? So the time will increase or decrease? Increase, right? So taken time will be t. Now when you put this optimization, okay, doing so your compiler could do, to make it more optimized, what it could do, it could bring this x value, suppose x was 5 then, and it could put somewhere in here. Time complexity or space complexity is increase or decrease? Time, space is same because it is the same value, but time increases. So your optimization works properly, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Increase or decrease time complexity? So, but the problem is, what if this x got changed into 1? Okay, now you are reading 5 and you are executing this code, but actually x is not 5, x is, but you are reading from 5, right? Is it correct or wrong? It is done because you have put some optimization here. To prevent it, there is nothing you have. Now the concept of volatile came. So volatile said, okay, if I put it here volatile, your CPU, your compiler is maybe O1, O2, O3, whatever. It cannot do this operation now. It has to always get it here. Understood everyone? So when you have to fetch it here, will you make it wrong? No. Because you know that this variable has to be fetched from the original location. That is why we use
volatile.
any question. Understood? Understood?
Confusion is sir.
Okay. So we'll talk about that, but you have any question? Understood everyone?